Everyone wake up from your food comas and bandage up your Black Friday injuries. It's time for Nerd Overload, your favorite pop and geek culture show. I'm Sam.
And I'm Josh.
And this week we have a fantastic show for you. Thank you all for tuning in. We have a bunch of news, a couple weeks worth of news to talk about. But first, let's get into some things we have been checking out.
Check it out!
All right, so let's talk about some things we have been doing in our short hiatus. I guess we could call it a hiatus. It's been a few weeks since we've done a real show. So I've been going through, again, watching movies. I actually got onto a Marvel Cinematic Universe kick. None of the ones that I haven't seen yet. It's all stuff I've already seen, but I've watched all of Phase 1.
Sometimes you got to retread. Sometimes you got to retread the glory days.
You do. And you know what? They still mostly hold up. You could see in retrospect where some plot lines are just like completely dropped. One of the biggest ones that it's weird, like in the Avengers, they kept cutting to this one specific like waitress during the whole like when the Chitauri are coming down and attacking New York and all this, and there's like crowd scenes, but they keep cutting to this one like waitress that's running around. And she is a legit actress. I think she's on Game of Thrones or something, or was on Game of Thrones or something. And they were setting it up for something, and it never went anywhere. That's kind of weird. Going back and rewatching, Iron Man 2 is not as strong as I initially remembered it being.
I do remember not really caring for it a whole lot. I mean, I cared for the third one even less. But
oh, yeah. Usually, I am most likely going to skip Iron Man 3 because I did not find the Extremis armor and that whole plot line especially interesting.
Also, it was only really Extremis in name alone.
It really was.
Comparatively to like what actually happened in the Extremis comics.
Yeah. Like I understand their thought process of we want to do a movie where it's more about the man than the iron. And like the guy who wrote and directed, Shane Black, is a phenomenal writer-director. I mean, he did Predator, he did Die Hard, or at least he wrote Die Hard. I mean, he's a legit action, writer-director, but it just didn't click like the other ones did.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely some hit and misses in there, especially in the early days. And honestly, as much as I love the Thor series, if you go back and watch like the first Thor, it's not the strongest.
No.
And it's kind of hokey and goofy in a way.
No, it is pretty hokey, but I liked that.
Well, I do too. It was definitely the whole, fish out of water thing with Thor coming to Earth and whatnot.
Yeah.
At least this version of Thor had never been to Earth before.
Right, or had modern Earth.
Yeah,
make mention that, oh yeah, they used to go to Earth back in the, medieval
the Viking
times
age.
And just kind of horse around, basically.
Hey, don't say that too loud around Loki.
Oh, God.
That's for the mythology nerds out there.
Oh, yes. No, Thor 1 seemed fine. I really am not looking forward to watching Thor 2.
The Dark World sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that movie. It stinks.
It's definitely like on the lower end of the MCU stuff in my memory. I mean, I will try to watch it, or at least I'll start it, and if it's boring, I'll move on.
Did you watch The Incredible Hulk?
I did. It's fine. As much as I like Edward Norton and I like his portrayal of Bruce Banner in that movie, I think he works for that movie. I don't think he would have been a good fit for the ensemble cast of the Avengers and everything moving forward. I think going with someone like Ruffalo was the right choice.
I really like Ruffalo. I really do. I like his delivery. I like his separation of the man from the beast and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are parts of the Incredible Hulk that I think are fantastic.
But would you say they're incredible?
No. But there are parts about it I like, but as a whole, honestly, I feel like you can just skip that movie. There was almost no fanfare for that movie when it was coming out in theaters anyway.
No, not really. Not really. That's true.
Like it definitely didn't get a lot of media hype when it was coming out. Because I remember, like, I went to the theater and saw it, and I saw it with other friends, and I'm like, it was kind of more of a, oh, that movie's out. Yeah, okay, I guess we can go see it.
Yeah. Well, it was also kind of coming off the anti-hype train of the Ang Lee Hulk movie with Eric Bana, which, again, I think the movie's bad. I think Eric Bana did a fine job as Bruce Banner. I just think the entire movie surrounding it was pretty rotten.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, the best movies, like, of Phase 1, in my opinion, is, like, Captain America. Because that movie is just great.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
Definitely a lot of love and attention went into that film.
Yes.
But also, I feel like you have to when you do like a period piece like that.
Right. And I mean, they got Joe Johnston to do it, and he's the guy that did like the Rocketeer and stuff like that. So
that makes sense.
It was like set up to be a success no matter what.
God, I love the Rocketeer.
The Rock-a-Who?
I haven't watched that movie in so long.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
long.
I tell you, Rocketeer was one of those that was on my regular rotation. You know, when we were kids,
oh yeah,
superhero movies and comic book movies were not in abundance.
And when they did come out, they were not great.
Because no one really knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And do you remember there was like a string of, I want to say, pulp hero movies?
Oh, yeah. They were on my regular watch list.
Yes.
Like The Shadow.
The
Phantom. And The Rocketeer. I love that stuff.
And Dick Tracy to some extent.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. I get that. Dick Tracy definitely has its roots in like pulp and film noir and stuff like that.
It was a newspaper strip.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I actually have I've been dabbling in finding fan edits of movies, like people going through and going, you know what, this 6 out of 10 with modern, computers and editing and stuff like that. What can we do with this? And I have a copy of a fan edit of Dick Tracy, which was not especially well regarded.
I think
when it was in theaters.
Did you put?
It is on my streaming.
Yeah, I think
thing.
I started it and I could not get into it. There was something about it.
Really?
Was it the black and white one?
They put it in the black and white, and they added a bunch. They rearranged a couple of scenes and put in some deleted scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah, I started it and I was like, this doesn't feel right. Then I shut it off.
Well, it does. I started it and I thought it was okay. It doesn't feel like the original Warren Beatty movie, but that movie sucked. So
yeah, I barely remember that movie. Honestly.
Oh yeah. That was definitely not. It was not picked out often when I would watch a movie.
But it was like, I don't know, referenced or made fun of in Tiny Toons.
Oh sure, yeah.
I think it was Tiny. I can't remember if it was Tiny Toons or if it would have been '90s era Looney Tunes.
It might have been Tiny Toons. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of villains that are very much like Dick Tracy villains, but they all equally have dumb names and gimmicks.
Mm-hmm. Well, they did the same thing in an old 50s Looney Tunes. It's like Duck Tracy.
Maybe that's what I
maybe
watched.
That's what you're thinking of with the that was replayed when we were kids.
Yes,
early morning Cartoon Network, of course. Yeah. So beyond that, really just been kind of bopping around the internet looking at stuff here and there. I have started rewatching those old do you remember when I was on my wrestling kick and I was watching OSW reviews?
Yeah.
Started kind of going back and watching a few of those again just because I had the itch, and I'm currently
I think they have a cream for that.
It's the Hulkster's cream, brother. No,
cream of the crop.
The cream, yes.
Cream of the crop.
Yes, to get rid of the
itch.
To get rid of the wrestling itch, you need the cream of the crop. That's right. Yep.
I miss you, Macho Man.
Oh yeah, yep. But no, I've been watching their episode on the 2000s Bash at the Beach from WCW.
Oh, okay.
Do you know the significance?
I don't know the significance, but I do remember watching parts of it.
Okay, that was the one. It was the last time Hulk Hogan wrestled for WCW.
When he was still Hollywood Hogan?
Yeah, so what had happened, they had some creative shakeups. Eric Bischoff, the guy who basically built WCW, was fired because they lost a little bit of money. They weren't beating WWE F or E or whatever at the.
It was
that
still
point.
F at the time.
It was still F at that time. Yeah, you're right. And so they brought in Vince Russo, the guy who created who claims he created the Attitude Era of wrestling. Vince Russo is a giant blowhard who doesn't know what he's doing more times than not.
I mean, neither does Vince McMahon. But...
Well, neither does Vince McMahon. True. But at this point, that failed. So they brought Bischoff back in and had them, co-write the shows. They hated each other. Bischoff was also like best buds with Hulk Hogan. And Hulk Hogan had in his contract when he signed with WCW, creative control. So what that means is if he didn't like the way the the writer wrote the match to go, he could change his ending with no oversight. Basically, so he could never lose. Legally, he could never lose.
He Shatnered himself.
Yeah. So this is the one where they had plans. They had plans to take the rest of the belt, the title, off of Hulk Hogan to do something else with it. He was going to wrestle. No, I take that back. Jeff Jarrett, Double J, Jeff Jarrett, had the belt. Hogan was like, I want to win, brother. I'm going to win this match, brother. I don't care what the story is. So Vince Russo goes to the wrestler, Jeff Jarrett, and says, he wants his belt so bad, go out there, lay in the middle of the mat, have him pin you, and be done with it. Throw the match. Make it as obvious as possible. So he does. He goes out there, he lays down, pins him 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Like, makes a huge show of it. Allegedly, that was all part of a script. What happens afterwards is Russo gets ticked off, like gets in his own head about this whole, Hogan's doing his own thing, is only out for Hogan, whatever.
Yeah.
Goes out to the ring and lays out this huge tirade against Hulk Hogan and the politicians behind the scenes and all this stuff, and basically says, hey, Jared, come on back out here, and Booker T, come on back out here. You guys are wrestling for the belt now. The one Hulk has doesn't matter. That bald guy, he can kick bricks, basically. And Hogan claimed that was breaking his creative control clause, and also tried to sue the Turner Broadcasting, which owned WCW, for defamation. As it turns out, that got kicked out of the courts because you can't defame a fictional character. Vince Russo was technically talking about Hulk Hogan, not the professional wrestler Terry Bollea. So technically, he wasn't. He was just.
Yeah, he's talking about the character, not the man. He's
talking about the character, not the man, right? But
even though that's pretty much that's Hogan's whole thing.
Exactly,
he was the man,
right? But it was really so that the nail was in the coffin for WCW for a while prior to this, but this was really, really it. Like I said, this was the last time Hulk Hogan appeared on television for WCW because he just sued enough people to get out of his contract and was back with WWF like the next month.
I mean, pretty much everybody was under the umbrella. Not long after that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, eventually WWF bought WCW
and became the WWE.
That's around the same time. It wasn't because they bought it, but it was.
I thought that's what it was.
No. WWF had to change their name because the
animal charity,
the World Wildlife Foundation, sued them for use of their acronym. So they changed it to WWE World Wrestling Entertainment.
I really did want one of those WWF T-shirts with the
pandas,
with the pandas, and the one of them has the chair.
I've seen that. That one's really good. Yeah. But no, it's really interesting to go back. I've said this before when I was on my wrestling kick last time years ago. The actual matches I don't care too much about, And the storylines I don't care too much about. It's the behind the scenes stuff.
The delicious drama.
Well, but not as that, and just like I just like to see the behind, like
how the hot dogs are made.
I like to see how the hot dog was made. Exactly. I want to see them inject the steroids into the hot dog before they grill it. That's it.
And then the hot dog get up and do a whole line of Coke.
Well, and yeah, then do a botched top rope slam, But
and they all have CTE.
And they all have CTE. Yes. That was actually one of the most eye-opening things. So I also watch. Have you ever seen that Dark Side of the Ring?
You've talked about it.
That Vice puts out. It's they're starting to run out of steam. I think this last season they're kind of
running out of wrestlers to talk about.
Well, that too. Yeah, I mean they were kind of running out of ideas to talk about, like. And it's supposed to be like the seedy underbelly of professional wrestling and taking different points and stuff. A couple seasons ago, they did Chris Benoit.
That's a big one. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's the big one.
I wouldn't say that's the big one, but that's a big one. I'd rather, I would say the big ones would be, the allegations against McMahon and all them, all the other nasty stuff they did.
Well, they haven't done episodes on that yet because I think they were waiting for things to settle before they actually set their story
I don't know if they will since his wife is a member of the presidential cabinet.
Yeah, the less said about that, the better.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, they've done the steroid trials. They've done the tragedy with Owen Hart, which was a huge thing. But the Benoit thing, it all came back to, roid rage versus CTE. And one of the wrestlers that they were doing the talking head interviews with, Chavo Guerrero, who has gotten into, he's been doing a stunt, he's like a stunt director for films now.
You know what? That is actually not that big of a stretch.
It's really not.
Because wrestlers are basically just glorified stuntmen.
Yeah, he was on set stunt coordinator for the Iron Claw. That one about the
movie about the brothers.
The brothers, yeah. Anyway, he's talking about it because he was close friends with Eddie Guerrero was his uncle. Eddie and Chris Benoit were like best friends and that sort of thing. And when this whole tragedy happened, and at one point he goes, I going through all of this, you're sitting there and you're going, I wonder how much CTE I have and if this is going to be the way I end up. And he just goes, because we all have it. We all have it. We all took unprotected chair shots. That was the way you did it back in the day. You took bumps on the head unprotected. That's just was part of the
deal.
Part of the deal back then. So we all have some form of CTE. Is this going to be my end as well as all these other wrestlers? And it just kind of makes you think, wow, these people really
sacrifice their bodies for
their art. And it's weird to say that, wrestling is an art, but it is. It is.
It's no less a form of entertainment than, movies or television or anything really.
Really anything like that.
I mean, if you really think about it, people talk about football is the real man's sport or something like that. But then you got wrestlers out here doing stuff with minimal safety equipment.
Minimal safety. And not only do they need to do a stunt that looks real, that looks believable, but if at all possible, doesn't injure their opponent.
Yeah. Because that takes a lot of training and a lot of effort.
It really does. It really does.
Like I remember reading stuff about wrestling and whatnot, and when they're all training and whatnot and learning all these moves, they also are trained. Okay, even in the non-scripted matches where everything's kind of like physical improv.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when they go to do a move or something, this is how you're supposed to perform it, so neither one of you get hurt.
Right.
There's a whole, you can kind of see it sometimes, when they hit the mat and they kind of slap the mat a little bit.
Oh, no, there are definite tells. Slap the leg when you do a punch, slap the mat, perform for the back row.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Yeah. And I mean, you're not supposed to be. I mean, listen, there are some wrestlers that are known for if you actually started, the terms are the shoot and the work. The work is your play fighting, basically. Yeah. Shoot is someone's gotten ticked off and now they're actually throwing punches. And wrestlers have got to know when to protect themselves, both with their play fighting and if someone decides to go off script and really starts wailing on you. Because there have been some matches that have been like, it looks real because it was. There are two people that actually truly hated each other and were actually really wailing on each other. Yeah, there's actually, again, in that Benoit two-parter for Dark Side of the Ring, at one point, when he was with a company, I'm not going to go into great detail with it. When he was with a company, the head writer, the booker, is a guy named Kevin Sullivan. He was married to a woman named Nancy, who was on-screen valet. She was like a Miss Elizabeth type. She wasn't a wrestler, but she was an on-screen personality. And the booker, Kevin Sullivan, wrote a storyline in which Chris Benoit was messing around with his wife, Nancy. Well, as it turns out, actually kind of happened. He booked his own divorce, essentially. And it all came to a head where Benoit and Sullivan were having a match, and it started as wrestling, and it became
a fight.
No, they were actually beating the crap out of each other. There just happened to be a camera pointed at them and a crowd. And that's kind of the way it went. And eventually Benoit married Nancy, and
so on and so
and
forth.
Then things happened.
Yes.
I'm not going to get into it. Look it up if you're inclined, but be prepared. It's rough.
It's not a good story.
It's rough. But yeah, it's interesting, and it's wrestlers. They are talented performers because they have to be able to do the moves, make it look real, not hurt their opponent, and also take care of things if someone decides to go rogue and decides, okay, we are going to start hurting people. It's a big deal, but it's also goofy, stupid stuff. It really is.
That's wrestling in a nutshell.
That's wrestling in a nutshell, yeah. Oh, I've been talking too much. What have you been doing, dude?
Oh, man, I have lots of stuff, actually.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see here. I saw Predator Badlands.
Yeah, how was it?
I actually really liked it.
Oh, cool.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah. Is this tied into Prey in any way, or is it another standalone?
It's set in the Predator universe.
Okay. Was Chris Hansen there? just have a seat. Just have a seat right here. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, the one couldn't take a seat. She didn't have legs.
Oh. Well, all right then.
So I guess the elevator pitch of this is you have a young Yucha, their actual race name.
Okay.
He's young. He's the runt of his clan or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then the movie starts. He's fighting his brother.
Is his name Rudy?
No. I get what you're going.
Yeah. Yep.
And they return home, and then the chieftain dad's all mad because the younger son's not dead, because that was the whole point. He was supposed to take him out in the woods and deal with it.
Make sure he botches this hunt.
Or he's he's a runt, he's a weakling, he'll never bring honor to the clan, blah blah blah.
Sure.
And then it turns into his brother sacrificing himself to save his life so he can go prove himself.
Okay.
And he crash lands on a really, really, really hostile planet. Like, everything there wants to kill you.
Oh.
Perfect place for a predator.
Perfect place for a predator.
But also, the Weyland-Yutani Company is also there.
Of course.
Looking for specimens for their bioweapon division. Mm-hmm. Like they always do.
Like they always are.
So you have a bunch of people on this planet, but they're all not human.
Okay.
They're all milk androids.
Oh, really? They're all milk androids.
They're all synths.
Okay.
As they put it. They're all synths.
Gotcha. Interesting. All right.
And so, Drek, the central character we're following,
sure,
kind of starts building his own little kind of found clan with these misfits he collects on this planet,
okay,
including half a milk droid and a little, I don't know, monkey thing.
Okay, interesting. So found family in a Predator movie.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's some good jokes and stuff. Like, at one point he throws her up on a cliff because, she's like, that's really high up. And then he just yeets her up this cliff. And she goes, wow, I've never been thrown before. What a thrilling experience. There's one point where she's asking him quick fire, a million questions, like a little kid on on sugar.
Oh, really?
Because she's a xenobiologist or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
So she like knows of them, but she doesn't know anything about like
Never
their,
actually seen them
like their culture or anything like
Right.
that. So she's
Okay.
asking them like, are the front what's for eating? Is it your actual teeth or the fangs or yada yada yada?
Interesting.
How's your family hierarchy? La, da, 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 just and he's just kind of just grunting like begrudgingly as she's asking him all these questions. There's one point where they finally found her legs and he's like, it'll be easier to walk. And she's like, yeah, I know. And he's like, no, for me.
Yeah,
he's been carrying her
he's
like a
been
little
carrying her.
backpack for like the
Yeah,
whole movie.
Oh, that's good.
But no, I
that's
really
good.
enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun, interesting movie. I had another Predator check it out.
Let's do it.
I watched the Predator Killer of Killers animated movie.
Okay, I wasn't aware this was a thing.
It's a Hulu thing.
Okay.
It's an animated film. It's kind of an anthology of 3 stories that kind of combine near the end. Mm-hmm. And it's these 3 stories that takes place through different points of human history when which a predator is involved.
Oh, all right.
So the first one is in the Viking Age.
Sure.
And, Vikings are fighting each other, but then,
Predator.
Predator shows up and they start fighting a predator.
Yeah.
And then the second story is about a pair of brothers, and their father was a warlord, and he was very hard on them. The one brother became a samurai warlord, and the other brother went to go F off and become a ninja.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And then he comes back after the father died, and I don't know if he's seeking revenge or his right or whatever, but...
Mm-hmm. And then a predator shows up.
Yeah, and then a predator shows up. So, like, they're fighting each other, but the predator's kind of watching them the whole time, and then it turns into both of them fighting him. And then the third story takes place during World War II.
Oh, all right, all right.
And it's about a guy who wanted to be a fighter pilot, and he's kind of stuck being a mechanic. Mm-hmm. But he builds, like, a junk plane on the ship out of spare parts and stuff.
Nice.
And then
a predator shows up.
Predator in a ship shows up, and it turns into a predator dogfight.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's a lot interesting. That one's definitely the most different one because you see a lot of things that you don't typically see in a Predator franchise.
You don't typically see them do aerial fights.
No.
In their
no.
spaceships
It
or
always
anything.
seems like their ships are just there to transport them to the next place where they get to, battle royale people.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
But the end of that movie, after you kill a predator, apparently they come back and they abduct you.
Oh.
And they cryo-freeze you.
Okay.
And then bring you back home. And then you get to the point where you have these 3 and they're prisoners on a ship. And they get to a predator planet. Not sure if it's the home world or just a planet they happen to be living on. Mm-hmm. Their thing is, and the chieftain is like, you all fight to the death for the honor to fight me.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then eventually the 3 work together to try to, escape and whatnot.
Yeah. I feel like this was something that was already in the Predator lore or at some point because I thought one of the later Predator movies, they wanted to try to sneak Arnold Schwarzenegger back in by saying that they cryo-froze Dutch from the first one.
It's kind of where I'm getting to.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So the end of the movie happens, credits start rolling, and then there's kind of an after credit. Mm-hmm. And then you see the Viking lady from the first story. She was the one that kind of created her version so the other 2 could escape.
Gotcha.
You see her frozen in a pod. Mm-hmm. And then you see the girl from Prey.
Oh, okay.
Frozen in a pod.
Interesting.
And then you see Donald Glover from Predator 2.
Oh, really?
Frozen
Okay.
in a pod. And it goes on and on and on. Mm-hmm. And then there's a close-up of Dutch frozen in a pod.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Though I did read somewhere that there was talk of bringing him back for a later Predator franchise movie.
Yeah. Yes. From what I understand, he was going to have a cameo in what was that one with Adrian Brody and the autistic kid that they determined
The Predator.
The Predator.
Where the kid hacks the Predator helmet?
Yeah.
That was The Predator. Which that movie does make reference to the first Alien vs. Predator.
Okay.
Because the spear and the shield that the Predator made for the girl in the Arctic is in a display case.
Oh, interesting.
in this government facility, or it's a Wayland facility. I don't really remember. That movie stunk.
It wasn't great, but
That movie wasn't very good. The one before, Predators, wasn't very good. Where they have a bunch of bad people on a planet.
let's face it, a lot of these aren't very good.
No, outside of Predator 2 and Prey are. I haven't seen Prey. It's on my list. I'm gonna watch it. Like I watched Alien vs. Predator Requiem the other night or the other day.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgot how bad that movie was. I was like, man, it's been a long time. I don't really remember this movie. And then I watched it and I was like, oh god, this stunk.
It's like, oh, now I remember. This is bad.
Yeah. Let's see here. Others, check it out. I played a weird indie game that popped up on PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
It's called Thank Goodness You're Here.
Oh, is that the one with Matt Berry?
He's a
like,
gardener.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Thank Goodness You're Here is a game, and I call it a big stretch to call it a game. Mm-hmm. It's more like a weird experience.
It's like comedy.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fully comedy, with a little bit of puzzle. I mean, sort of puzzle solving,
Right.
But it's not really puzzle solving. It's more like kind of slapping everything until a thing happens.
Right.
Because you only have two buttons. Mm-hmm. You have jump and you have slap.
Right.
That's all you can do. And mostly you're just going on fetch quests for the local handyman.
Right.
So you're this little tiny yellow guy who looks like something out of like Smiling Friends. Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to meet the mayor for the company you work for to help them whatever they need done. Mm-hmm. Hence the name. Thank goodness you're here. But he's busy in meetings, so his secretary just kind of tells you, go faff off and help people around town, and then when he's ready, he'll talk to you. But it is such a weird game, and you're doing all these weird things for all these weird people. Mm-hmm. Like there's one guy who like doesn't have milk, and he's losing his ever-loving
mind about it,
and you got to find this cow, but then the cow won't produce milk unless you feed him chips,
right.
French fries.
So you have to, and
you got to run to the chip shop and get some fries, and then in there, that whole sequence is awkward and weird and
yes, a lot of comedy, a lot of weirdness.
Oh, just so much weirdness.
I've seen a little bit of a gameplay of it, and the gameplay is a vehicle for the comedy. It's not the other way around.
Yeah. There's one character in the town that I absolutely feel bad for because he feels like he's the most normal.
Okay.
And he's this guy. You only see him when you're just kind of going through his house from one area to another because the only way to get to the next area, you have to hop in a chimney. Mm-hmm. And then the chimney sweep kind of like stuffs you down the chimney like a black powder rifle.
Yeah.
And then you come out the fireplace of this guy's apartment, and soot and ash goes everywhere. Mm-hmm. And each time you go through, he's like this older British guy who's obviously a member of like a retired member of like the Air Force or the RAF,
right?
Because he's got like planes and stuff everywhere and pictures and medals everywhere and whatnot. And the first time he's like, oh my God, you've made a mess, and whatnot. And like each time you go through and you see him in the middle of sweeping it up as you come down the chimney again. Mm-hmm. And you go through there like 4 times, I think. And each time he becomes more unhinged and more unhinged.
Sure. Yeah.
Until the last time you go through there. And like, there's a whole cinematic of him like finally cleaning it up. And he keeps like nervously looking at the fireplace.
Right.
And he keeps like looking at it, and he leaves the room, and he like peeks around like the door frame, and he comes back, and then he finally sits in his chair with his cup of coffee and gets his cup of tea, and he gets the newspaper out like he did when you found him the very first time, and he sits down, and as soon as you sit down, or as soon as he's out, you come out of the chimney again.
Oh yeah.
And
it's that kind of humor. Yeah.
He just loses it the last time. He's like, you know what? Fine. My house is just a public pass-through. Yeah, go on. Get out of here.
Yeah.
There's like the surly Scottish repairman who I loved. There's like, you keep doing these things for him. Like, I don't even know why he's so cantankerous. You're helping him the entire time. You're not in his way.
Right.
But at one point, he's like, when am I going to see the back of ye? You got to go find a spanner, and then a screwdriver, and then his hammer as he's trying to fix this deep fryer for the chip shop.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've seen enough of it to know that you're like going from one thing to the next, and
then back, and then go back, and then
it's
go.
One of those running around.
Yeah,
kind of
you're retreading ground 100 times,
a lot,
and each time the scene changes just a little bit.
Right.
Like there's one guy you can't talk to him, but he's just there as like I don't know, set piece or whatever, or just a visual gag. He's wearing an apron and it says I heart toast, and he's got a grill with a spatula, and he's just flipping a piece of bread over.
Flipping a piece of bread. Nice.
And then, like, each time you see him, the bread is a little more toasted.
Nice.
To the point where he is, like, covered in, like, soot, and he's just flipping a pile of ash.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, okay. There's like a weird naked homeless man with like a Napoleon hat and a dumpster.
That sounds about right for this game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird game.
Yeah. It seems like nothing too deep, just kind of
Nah,
like goofy,
like,
weird for weird
I
sake
started
kind of
it.
game. Yeah.
I was playing it and I was like, man, this is weird. And then I shut it off after a bit. And I was like, and then I took a nap and I got back up. It's like, okay, I'm going to plug some more at this.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's kind of what I did. It's not a long game. It doesn't take a long time at all. Like,
Oh, sure.
yeah.
Well, if it did take a long time, it would wear out its welcome.
Yeah, plus I'm just glad I didn't pay for it.
Well, there you go. That too. Even better.
But my last check it out, and this is a quick one.
Okay.
And this will be something that kind of pertains to you a little bit, just a little bit.
Okay.
I played a Vampire Survivor like game.
Okay. Which one?
Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been playing
yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah.
On
what do
my
you think?
phone. It's a Survivor game
Yeah.
with Deep Rock Galactic, stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's fine. I unlocked the second class, which is the
cool.
gunner, because you start with the scout.
Yeah.
And then I unlocked the gunner, and the gunner is so good at killing stupid space bugs. Oh, God, it is so much easier than doing it with the engineer.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and switch gears and get into some news. So, Amazon is making a new Stargate TV series.
Yeah, I did not know about this until you told me about it when we started.
There isn't a whole lot of news, to be honest with you. Basically, it's happening. Stargate hasn't been a going concern since Atlantis.
No, Origin.
Origin, that's right. That's right.
That was the last Stargate thing they did.
Right, and it's been a number of years since then. So
I want to say either right at the beginning of the pandemic or pre-pandemic.
Yeah, it most likely pre-pandemic.
I hate the fact that's how we remember things now.
Right? The before times. Yeah, yeah. But I'm always in for more Stargate. I mean,
Atlantis sucked. I didn't
Atlantis
like it.
wasn't great, but it gave
it gave us Jason Momoa.
Exactly. That's all I was about ready to say. I'm fine with it. I was always just okay on Stargate, honestly.
I really enjoyed the movie
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid. But also, I was a sucker for sci-fi ancient Egyptian stuff.
Oh, yeah, same
those
here.
helmets and those staff weapons. That was peak.
The set dressing and the costuming and stuff, that was the best part of the Stargate movie. The story wasn't.
No, I mean it
wasn't
just,
great.
It was just a schlocky sci-fi movie with
Kurt Russell
in it. Yeah,
and James Spader.
Yeah. Oh yeah, James Spader. Yeah. I mean, I love Stargate. I'll give it a shake. I mean, hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Why not?
I mean, anything's better than
I already
not having Stargate,
I already have Prime Video, so I might as well.
right?
Yeah. All right. We're gonna roll through some of these.
I mean, most of these are pretty quick.
Yeah. So Paramount is looking to restart the
Turtles
live-action
again.
Turtles, but not The Last Ronin.
Nope.
Which I actually think is a good idea. As much as I like the idea of future set Ninja Turtles story.
Rated R.
Rated R. I think that is great for like us, the super fan, but for a wider audience, I think going with the traditional route with the 4 multicolored hero turtles.
I mean, anything's got to be better than the Bay produced Megan Fox ones.
Those are pretty rough.
They are rough.
Those are pretty rough.
They are rough. The second one is definitely better than the first one. But, the one thing I read about this was they want to Sonicify the franchise. And I'm like, what does that even mean?
It means make it kidify, but for edgy kids.
I would say more like, enough references that older fans would like it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Sonic franchise.
Yeah. I guess that's a more apt way of describing it.
Because I love the Sonic movies. But they also lean really hard into, especially the Sonic memes. Mm-hmm. Especially that first movie. I mean, come on, we
Oh,
got to
yeah.
see Sonic.
We had Sonic. We had oh yeah. No, I think being an all ages film with enough referential references to older things that keep the older fans, the diehards, make them happy. I think that's the way to go with it. Honestly,
I mean, I don't know why people talk so much down stuff about Mutant Mayhem. I really enjoyed that movie.
oh yeah, it was great.
I've yet to really see a Turtles thing outside those two movies. And even then, I still had a little fun. Not a
Oh,
lot.
they were at least fun. They were an interesting oddity.
Yeah, especially like Raph's obsession with Vin Diesel
Yeah, yeah, and well, they had Bebop and Rocksteady
in the second one,
in the second
and they were
one,
perfect.
and they did a great job.
They
with
were
them.
perfect,
Yeah,
and we had an actual Shredder, and we had
Yeah.
Krang in the suit. I was like, I mean, it was still pretty much a Transformers fight fest near the end, but
everything becomes a CGI nightmare fight at the end.
I know.
That's has been my big takeaway from watching the old Marvel movies. No matter how good your movie is and what you build it up to be, at the end it becomes a CGI nightmare. And I'm both looking forward to and kind of dreading getting to Endgame, because I remember that fight being both awesome and incredibly difficult to follow, just because there's
so much going on.
There's so much just CGI nothing.
I mean, that's kind of what the big Fortnite event is going to be. It's basically like the end fight of Ready Player One or Endgame, where they are literally throwing every collab we've had.
Everyone is here.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I've seen the key art. Godzilla, King Kong, Turtles. The DeLorean is, like, even though it's not in the game yet.
But
it will be
there.
Yeah, Marty McFly is going to be in the Battle Pass, the new one. The theme is like Hollywood.
Okay, that's that's okay. Like, but I don't need Marty McFly running around shooting things.
I know.
It seems antithetical. At least with the Simpsons, they have
weird guns.
They've done stuff like that before.
And I'm mad the makeup gun hasn't shown up yet.
Because everyone's waiting on it.
Probably.
Everyone's waiting on it.
But this we're in like the last 2 days of this stupid season.
Well,
anyway,
it'll be, play it for these 2 hours and you get a rare drop.
Maybe.
Probably something like that. Anyway, we're going to bounce around a little bit. This is only going to get touched on briefly. Rush Hour 4 is officially happening.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
The reasoning behind it is bad.
Or weird or unconfirmed. It's hard to say. There's a lot of rumors floating around by this.
The rumor is that Rush Hour 4 is happening almost solely because the current president
wanted it to happen.
Wanted it to happen, and that raises a lot. If that's the truth, it could be all unsubstantiated rumor. If that's the truth, that raises a lot of makes me feel really weird about the state's involvement in media.
Yeah, because we've seen how state-run media, plays out, and it's never good.
And that's why we're not talking about this beyond what we're saying right now. But there was a picture here a couple days ago, Chris Tucker and the shambling what's left of Jackie Chan. He's got to be like 70, 75 at this point. How can he still move with all the stunts that he does?
I mean, I'm sure he has a lot of issues, but also I'm sure he's still in really good shape because it's kind of the person he is.
Sure.
But also, he doesn't need to do this movie. He has a very lucrative hotel, business in Hong Kong.
Yeah, none of these people need to do these movies.
No, that's true.
But it just raises, as much as I like the Rush Hour movies, which I do. I mean,
I've only watched like the first two.
Okay, the third one was the weakest, but it was still pretty good.
And I feel like all they're going to do is just tread the same old jokes.
Of course. Oh, that's what the second and third ones were.
True.
Basically. But it just feels weird, the situation in which the film has been greenlit. It feels weird, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, we got time for maybe one or two more. Let's talk about the live-action Zelda.
Yeah. So a few pictures have popped up online from the set of the live-action Zelda movie, which is I didn't realize was already in production. Mm-hmm. Which, at first, I was like, is this AI? Is this AI?
It looked a little too clean, but then I realized, no, it's New Zealand.
Right.
This landscape.
Hey, you got a
looks fake.
fantasy franchise? Film it New Zealand.
New Zealand. Yeah, well, it works.
It does. It's worked for, plenty of franchises.
Oh, without a doubt. Oh, it worked for Power Rangers. I mean, no, I'm joking. No, so these pictures, there was a couple pictures of the actors playing Link and Zelda
in costume,
sitting in a field.
Which, a field is a very big part of Zelda.
It is. And
that was a
I
dumb
mean,
joke.
no, it is. That's true though. But they have blonde hair. They have pointy ears. One of them's wearing green.
Yeah, it definitely
I think
feels like they're pulling from a lot of stuff. Cause,
so far, so good.
Because the person playing Link, is wearing the titular green tunic.
Yeah.
But the
Zelda
looks like they're wearing something closer to what's seen in like Breath of the Wild and Tears in the Kingdom.
Right.
Which makes me think, they're kind of. I don't think they're going with a particular story. I think they're just going to pull references from pretty much everything.
That would probably be the safest way to do it.
There'll probably be some text exposition at the beginning of the movie talking about the defeat of the great demon Ganon. And then we're going to get into the whole Ganondorf thing.
Sure.
He'll be the big thing, and he'll probably turn into Ganon at the end of the movie. And turn
big
into
monster.
And it'll be a CGI fight fest.
Yep, CGI nightmare.
Zelda shooting arrows at Ganon, Link fighting Ganon. It'll be something we've seen 1,000 times, but it'll be in a movie.
Yeah. You know what? I know Zelda doesn't need to be a movie. This franchise does not need to be a movie. But if it's going to be a movie, I would at least like to see it be halfway decent.
Yeah, and
in that
me
sense,
too.
I am curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, like the minute they said it was live action, I started having apprehensions.
Yes, apprehensions is a good. I'm cautiously optimistic because I have to be, because this is a franchise that I care a lot about.
And me too.
And boy, no one hopes for one of their favorite franchises to have a bad film.
Yeah.
No one hopes for that.
And I really liked Mario.
Yeah.
Mario was pretty good.
It was.
But I also think Mario works best because it's animated. It may be Illumination, but
it's animated and it worked. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. On a rewatch, I enjoyed it more than I think I did the first time around. And I am excited for Galaxy.
Looking forward to the second one. Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope it's good. At the very least, I hope it's passable.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's absolutely terrible, I'll just be bummed.
Honestly, I just hope Link doesn't talk a whole lot, because he's going to
he's going to have to say something.
He's going to have to say something. But I hope he is a largely silent protagonist, only because he is a silent protagonist in almost every game that he is in.
Yeah, and the fact that it's such a thing that the NPCs in the games
even mention
like, you don't say much, do you?
Yeah.
It's a running gag in the franchise.
They did an okay job with Mario. I can't see Nintendo being too lax with the rights.
Like ever since the original Mario movie, they have held the reins pretty tight.
Yeah, so I can't imagine that they're going to agree to something that is wildly out of character for the franchise.
And they probably have so much veto control, it's probably not even funny.
Oh, without a doubt. They'd have to. They
got to be holding those purse strings real tight.
Yeah. So I know if Cody were here at this point, he would not be agreeing with us, because it doesn't need to happen. This movie doesn't need to exist.
There are other franchises that would probably make better movies than Zelda.
Live action movies. I've said this once. I'll say it a million times. A live action Metroid movie with a live action Samus would make way more sense than a live action Legends of Zelda.
Yeah. But also, I feel like a Metroid movie would probably tread a lot of same ground that maybe Alien would. Sure. But,
that's fine.
Yeah. But, seeing Samus in the armor and stuff and blasting Metroids would be pretty dope.
It would be pretty great. Yeah.
It would definitely make a very interesting... Which, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they were already talking about doing it.
Oh, it's
going to happen. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It'll happen faster than we say getting a I don't know, say a Star Fox movie or something else.
You never say never.
Well, I know.
I honestly, okay, 10, 15 years down the line, let's project. This is our last thing. Let's project.
This is our
down the line a little
Simpsons
bit.
projection?
Yes. So Mario movie has been a success. Let's say the Zelda movie's been a success, and then they do a Metroid, and the Metroid movie's also a huge success. So now they could stretch it out to basically any first-party project that they want. What do you think do they go with? Do they go with a Star Fox? Do they do Fast and the Furious in space and do a F-Zero film?
They won't do F-Zero.
No, never.
I'm already calling my horse on
they
that
never.
one.
No,
they are
actually
not
never
going to do
would.
an F-Zero.
Yeah.
They would do a Smash Brothers project before they would do an F-Zero movie.
And they would never do a Smash Brothers
No.
project. Would we see animated a Kirby movie?
I could see maybe a Kirby series.
Yeah, like a short series.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like maybe something kind of like, like a Sonic Boom or something.
Sure, something a little better than Kirby coming back at you.
Oh,
Or right back at ya.
That Kirby anime is trash.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
That comes from the era of like the second season of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the 4Kids-ization of like a lot of animes, like
Oh, yeah.
One Piece or Card Captor Sakura and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That Kirby series stinks. I
It was
hate that
not
series.
good. Yeah.
Or that Mega Man EXE one.
Oh yeah, Mega Man
Network
EXE.
Battles or whatever.
Yeah. Although the Ruby Spears Mega Man, there's a certain charm to
That cheesy trash fire.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I feel like of first-party Nintendo franchises, I feel like the only other one that really has any kind of name or weight behind it would be Star Fox.
That's the big one. Yeah.
But also, they haven't done a Star Fox project since they allowed that Starlink game to have a small bit of Star Fox in it.
Sure.
But other than that, we had Star Fox Zero, which was not a good game. If it wasn't reliant on the gyro controls, it probably would have been a stock
Decent.
standard Star Fox game.
It would have been fine. But yeah, the gyro controls really kind of hampered it.
Yeah, it really hindered it. It was fine in the rail shooting part of the game, but once you get into the 3D dimensional boss battle type stuff or sections of the levels, it was just really, really bad, and it just made me mad the whole time.
How about this? This just popped into my head because we didn't talk about it because neither of us watched Stranger Things, but Stranger Things started their last season.
Yes.
So soon there will be a void left in the universe where a bunch of kids go on a supernatural adventure.
So you're saying Earthbound.
I'm saying Earthbound.
Or Mother.
Or they
will call it Earthbound. They will call it Earthbound.
Earthbound. Yeah, I think it would be a stretch, but I think that there is a place for that story where it otherwise wouldn't have been if not for Stranger Things.
Now, I get what you're saying, but also I feel like Earthbound / Mother
It's too weird.
It's such a niche franchise
Yeah.
that I really don't see them tapping that well. Kind of like, with F-Zero, it's too
niche, it's too weird.
I'm not into the fact that it's too weird. It's just too niche.
Yeah.
And it's a series they haven't touched in forever.
Right.
Outside of adding characters to Smash Bros.
Yeah. Cameos and whatnot.
Yeah. They haven't done diddly squat with the franchise. There's a whole game that never got localized.
Well, there's a good reason why the third one hasn't made it overseas officially, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is kind of. You're right. Probably Star Fox is the next big one,
and it would probably be an animated feature.
I would hope so,
because I feel like having puppets or what, because there are no humans in their world, in their universe. Everyone is an animal person.
Everyone is some kind of anthropomorphic animal.
It's Zootopia in space.
Basically. Yeah. All this to say, the Zelda movie looking okay so far, tentatively optimistic. Anyway, we have hit time, so let's go ahead and wrap things up. You have been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com, where you can find all of our socials.
You can email us any stories, concerns, your opinion, or your hot take. at staff@nerdoverload.com.
And if those takes are too hot for an email, guess what? Good news, we have a phone number as well. That number is 412-345-1413. Give us a call on the hotline and we will play it on the show.
We also have a YouTube. Come support our YouTube.
We do have a YouTube. We have a Twitch that we stream on. It's been a minute, but we're
working on it.
We're working on it. The holidays have been weird. You can find all of our back episodes on various podcast apps, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And finally, I'd like to thank Parker for helping us out finding news for the show, and David Pencil for our intro and outro. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Pizza out, true believers.